What's up YouTube? This is Jordan Johnson from Podget Ventures, and today is the first episode in a vlog series which I'm going to be doing on Turo. So I've been a Turo host in Miami for just over 1 year now, having completed over 125 rentals. I started 2019 with one car and built it up to a 3-car fleet. So pretty much what I'm going to be sharing today in my video is I'm going to expose all of my financials, my revenue, my expenses, and everything to do with operating a fleet here in Miami. So with the purpose that if you're watching this video and you're considering either putting a car on Turo or buying a car to rent on Turo, you can make up your mind if this is going to be a good financial decision for you. Okay guys, so I just wanted to show you my Turo account before going into the financials of each of my cars, just to show that this is in fact real, not kind of making any of this up. So this is my profile. It's under my wife's name, solely because of the fact that she works from home, and she, if we ever do meet guests, we normally do auto check-ins and check-outs. But if we ever do meet guests, she's kind of the point of contact and she's always able to answer her phone, so it works great for her. So you can see we've got a 5-star rating on Turo, and we have completed 126 trips in 2019. Okay, these are 3 vehicles that we have at the moment, which I'm going to go into more detail kind of when we look at the financial aspects of operating your own fleet. So first of all, we've got the Toyota Camry, which has been kind of the steady Eddie of our fleet, and then we branched out with the Ford Mustang and the Miata, obviously to try and capture some of the people on vacation in Miami and South Florida who want a convertible car during their trip. Okay, so if we look at the earnings for 2019, kind of go car by car. So overall we earned $12,200 in 2019. Would be a little bit more than that. Turo's recently just put the reimbursements kind of all together, so that includes extra mileage, tolls, tickets, and things like that. So things with like extra mileage I am actually earning extra income on. So I'd say overall it's probably around $13,000 that we made. So looking kind of per car, so this is our Ford Mustang, grossing roughly about $600 a month. Has been a great success, very popular here in Miami for obvious reasons. And then we got the Mazda, so we got this just tail end of June. Rented for in July, had a bit of mechanical issues in August, and Selena actually used it for personal use, so we didn't rent it, and then we've started to build it up again, earning just around $400 a month. And then we got our Toyota Camry, so this has been a kind of the steady Eddie of our trip. Great thing about the Camry, it's been booked twice now for 2-month rentals, so that's one rental for 2-month period, which is awesome because someone just takes the car and then they'll pay you $450 a month to use it, and there's absolutely no work on our part. Okay, so if we look into kind of each car, I just want to give a bit more detail before going in. So I've broken it down to each car and kind of to see what we've made on those cars and then what we hope to make kind of in the future. So this is the first car, as I said, the Toyota Camry is the first one that we bought. So our income throughout the period, so from the last screen, was $4,784. We also received $977 from damage income. So this is when a renter damages your car. I select the standard insurance option. So we had one person hit the front and then 2 people hit the back, and I mean as in just kind of backed into something, but there are visible scratches on the car. So each time that happens we haven't fixed it, just due to the fact because it's always getting rented out and it's only a matter of time before it happens again. And then extras, so this came in the fact of extra mileage that we were charged for, or like certain delivery fees that we were able to get. Expenses, the purchasing price of this car was, we got a great deal on this car. We got it for a lot lower than the market value. or Kelly Blue Book value. We got it for $9,298. Had roughly 55,000 miles on it, I think off the top of my head when I bought it. And then with tax and title that was $958. And then insurance, we're currently with Progressive, so I think 1 year was, in total was $890. And then maintenance, this has been a very low maintenance car. Just kind of a quick disclaimer on maintenance. I do the vast majority of maintenance work on my fleet myself. I didn't know how to do any of that stuff before I kind of started with Turo. But with kind of a quick YouTube, you can really quickly find out how to do oil change, you can quickly find out how to do brakes, and in that kind of process, it saves you hundreds of dollars. So I still do the vast majority of work for my cars myself. So total expenses for the car came out as $11,324.55 for the year. Just a quick note that the expenses also includes the purchase price, which is not necessarily a sunk cost. Well, it's not a sunk cost because it's still retaining the value of the car, especially as we're getting this for so much lower than the cash value, ACV, actual cash value of the car. We don't really have to worry about depreciation on the Toyota Camry. So that brings our total 2019 ROI of 52%. So if you break that down on a monthly basis, this car's roughly earning us 4.79% on my $11,000. So that's pretty good considering this car goes out for a long period of time, goes out weeks at a time, which is minimal turnover of the car, where that is normally where the majority of the Turo kind of work is. So Ford Mustang, I said, this has been our most successful car for 2019. So rental revenue made $5,191. We made a lot from damage income. There was one guy who damaged the front bumper, and there's one guy who damaged the back bumper. We paid out quite well for those two. Again, didn't have to do any maintenance work ourselves or fix it. It's just a mark on the car. And then we also earned $415 extras. This car's always taken down to Key West, so always going over the mileage, and we obviously get quite a bit for that. So total income for 2019 is $8,101. If you compare that with the expenses, so we paid $9,000 for this car. Again, really good price. Managed to kind of negotiate a great deal from Craigslist. Tax and title $805, insurance $468, as we've had it a lot less than the Camry. And then maintenance. So maintenance is a big one. I've done a lot of work on this car. I replaced all of the wheels. When we first got it, had these kind of customized alloys and kind of a cheapy tires. So I managed to get off Craigslist the original stock like Ford Mustang tires, got those installed. I also replaced the convertible roof. So it was fine. It just wasn't quite good enough. It didn't leak or anything, but I just want to replace it. I did it myself. It cost about $300. And then other than that, when I first got the car, I took it to a garage, and they did about $800 of work to get it ready to go for rental. So total expenses is $12,457, which gives us an ROI of 65% for 2019, which gives us an awesome monthly revenue of 8.1% for the year. So finally on Mazda Miata, this one had a kind of a slow start, so revenues only being $1,830 for the year. We got some damage income. Someone hit a wing mirror that we didn't actually need to fix, so that was another $200, and then extras from mileage came to $400. So total income was $2,434. Comparing that with the expenses, so again we got a great deal on this car, $9,450. Tax and title and insurance. Maintenance, we had to do a bit in August. I did all of it myself for $750, bringing total expenses to $11,000, $310 for this car, which made our ROI 21.5%. If you break down into a 4-month period, it's 5.4%. Alright guys, so that is my 2019 Turo review. I hope you found this video useful. As I mentioned at the beginning of the video, this is the first in a vlog series which I'm going to be doing, which is going to go into kind of starting and growing your own fleet on Turo. I'm going to be covering all aspects of the business, from sourcing and buying cars at a great price to the day-to-day operations of running a fleet on Turo, and then some of those other aspects of the business such as damage claims and even total loss claims, all which I have experiences with and will go into in the future. So if you like this video, please don't forget to hit that like button. If you have any questions or want any more information, just shoot me a message in the comment section and I will reach back out to you. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time.